Welcome back to Chasing Trophies. This is our FIFA World Cup edition. We are live in Toronto, and today we'll be talking about the England football team. Can Thomas Tuchel finally take England to World Cup glory? They've never won a World Cup since 1966. They've had some superstar teams. You know, that team with Gascoigne, Lineker, then they had Shearer, Michael Owen, then that golden generation, man, Beckham, Rooney, Lampard, Gerrard. All these players were there, and they just didn't manage against under Sven Bjorn Eriksson. Then, what's his name? Gareth Southgate came. He produced a different style of football tournament. People called it negative. People called it defensive. People said that he's wasting the talent. But he did take them, to quarterfinals. Did take them to semifinals. He took them to the finals of the Euros and stuff. So they're getting closer and closer. A lot of people are saying that, this England team underachieved. They should be doing much better. They should be, these guys are the Premier League players. Premier League is the biggest brand in football. Everyone watches the Premier League and everyone watches these players play day in, day out. But you've got to understand, sometimes it's different when you're playing international football. You have to have that connection. You have to have the understanding. I remember in 2006, there was a superstar team, but there was a lot of egos. Rio Ferdinand has said in his book that they used to sit on different tables, Manchester United players, Liverpool, Arsenal players, when they were playing under one roof against England. Now, under Gareth Southgate, that's a bit gone now. He's gotten everyone together, but they still do struggle at times. Sometimes, they get beaten by pure quality. In the past, it used to be Brazil. Then, it was Italy. Now it's like the likes of Spain, France, who can just beat England based on the way they play their football, based on the skill and talent that they possess. For England going into this World Cup, obviously they're going to be based in Kansas. That is going to be their home base. They have a small hotel over there, 55 rooms, not a big hotel or anything like that, nothing too fancy, but that's where their camp is going to be. Their practice ground is going to be right there as well, so it allows the players to go in and out. It is a bit open, so it's going to be like apartments like these in and around the area. So people, you might be able to see Bellingham having a coffee, or like Harry Kane, having some breakfast. It's going to be a bit open, but it is a very posh area where they're staying, that camp, and they'll be looking to just bond, practice, and get acclimatized as well. Kansas is also in the middle of America, so it becomes easier for them to travel to different cities. Sometimes you're going to have a game in Miami, sometimes you're going to have a game in LA, sometimes somewhere else. So I think that is why they've held their base over there. Now, looking at their team, obviously there is surprises. There's no Cole Palmer, there's no Phil Foden, there is no Harry Maguire as well. A lot of people thought Harry Maguire should be in the team. He has that experience, he has that leadership quality, but they've gone a different route. They've gone with different players. I think the Stones is going to be the leader of this defense. They've got Gay there as well, who's made that transition as well to Man City. Reece James as well has plenty of experience. And yeah, England is looking to again build from the back, be a bit solid from the back, and then they also have that attacking flamboyant players as well. Yes, there is no Palmer, but you've got Harry Kane over there. You've got Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka, I think he's the vice captain of this team. He's now played for a long time. I know he's still a young player, but in terms of football life, he has much more experience over there. Noni Madueke was a bit surprising for me, but they've gone with him. They've gone with Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney, man, I watched him live over the last year, and I think he's been incredible. He's been outstanding, and I think Harry Kane also, that influence. Harry Kane is the leader of this team, right? So the players that he's comfortable with, sometimes he has a say as well in that. Then if you look at the midfield, man, it's still really flamboyant. Like, you got Jude Bellingham. This guy plays for Real Madrid. He can play box to box. He has incredible athletic ability. There were problems in the past with Jude Bellingham, where he said he wouldn't do the media duties. Sometimes they would protect him from that, and that could cause problems in the camp because, okay, fine, even if the journalist doesn't get the interview, other players will be looking at him and saying, why is this guy getting special treatment? But sometimes you just gotta do it. Jude Bellingham is a special player. He's somebody who can change the game by himself. He can influence the game. I remember in the Euros, there was a game that was going to extra time, and then Bellingham, forced the goal over there. So they've got him. They've got Declan Rice. He's a Premier League winner now. He's gotten that trophy. He has that confidence. And alongside him, I think there's going to be Elliot Anderson. He's going to be really good. Kobe Menu, I think, is in the squad as well, and deservedly so. He's been outstanding. But I think Elliot Anderson is going to be somebody who's going to go under the radar in this World Cup. He's going to have, I think, a good World Cup. The way England set up, he can pick a pass, but defensively also he's very astute, and he can break down play as well. So if you're looking at their midfield, they have options over there. And now it's about what style of football they're gonna play under Thomas Tuchel. Against Southgate, it was termed negative, but it was effective to a certain point. But are they going to be a bit more flamboyant here? Obviously, when you're picking an England team, it's like the Indian cricket team in football is for England. Like, there's going to be questions. Why did you pick this player? Why did you not pick this player? But I think they still have a very solid team. I somehow feel it's still going to be tough for them to win because they're going to be up against some incredible teams. One potential banana skin, I was looking at the bracket, one potential banana skin is that if they play Mexico in the round of 16 or one of the knockouts in Mexico, that's going to be crazy because you got to play like on 20,000 feet or 8,000 feet. It's going to be on a lifted ground, like it's going to be high up, so the altitude is going to be a problem, and for some players breathing and stuff could be an issue, and that could be England's potential banana skin. Looking at the bracket, then they still have to beat the likes of France, Spain, Argentina, even Brazil could be a tough kind of game for them, but they look like a team who can be highly organized. I think athletic ability will also be very important, and who comes off the bench. They have Marcus Rashford, he's there as well. He also has plenty of experience now. He's been there, done that on the big stages. So I think some of these players who have also played in Europe now, Harry Kane, Rashford, Jude Bellingham, that will also give them the exposure playing against those opposition. Normally, England, most of them play in the Premier League and they don't have that exposure, but I think now they have that exposure with these kind of players, and they will bring that knowledge, that understanding. When they're doing the homework against other teams, they will tell their teammates that, no, like with this guy, attack him like that. Jude Bellingham, again, if they're playing against his Madrid teammates, he'll tell Menu or like Anderson, for example, no, usko aisa khelo. So it's going to be like that, and they have that experience now. But let's see what happens. And for Harry Kane, I think it's going to be his last World Cup. He's been a superstar for England, for Tottenham, for Bayern Munich, but now I think he will want to win this World Cup to have a legacy, to be England's greatest football striker, because it's a tough competition. There's other strikers there too who have been amazing in the past, Wayne Rooney, Gary Lineker, but Michael Owen. But yes, if Harry Kane wins this, I think it'll be right up there. Let me know, where do you guys think they will finish? I think I'm gonna go quarterfinals, semi-finals with England, but yeah, they could go all the way, but it is difficult. Let's see what Thomas Tuchel brings. Thank you everyone for joining. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, subscribe button, and we'll get you as much content as we can from the FIFA World Cup.